Once upon a time, in a year long, long ago, lived a young warrior cat of sea named Mintistem. Mintistem was a lively spirit, always full of ideas, her paws trembling to get them out on paper. And one day she got a particularly good idea, one she was very passionate about. She was going to make videos about every single living warrior cat's character. In this series, I will go through the allegiance list of a starless clan and talk about every single character. I will analyze them, say my opinion on them, and talk about my hopes for them in the future. But just as quickly as that series had started, it disappeared. Never to be seen again. Until now. Damn it, she said she would make a video about me. Me too. Yeah, me too. Guys, I can't be the only one who is tired of always being pushed aside. Yeah, it's not right. We shouldn't get treated like we're less just because we're background characters. I'm literally the mother of this arch villain, but she hasn't mentioned me even once. We need to go and tell her to continue the series, so we can finally get the videos we deserve. Yeah! March! Oh, hi guys, so good to see you. Want some hot choco? Perhaps some coffee? Hey, what are you? Help! Help! Ah! Hello, it's me, Minty, and I swear I'm not being held at gunpoint to make this video. Despite the mild disruption you just saw, this video will not be about a minor character at all, because according to the allegiances, it is Squirrelstar's turn. And while yes, Brambleclaw is technically still highest on the list, he is now an elder and therefore will soon be taking his place at the bottom of ThunderClan. 2022 is when I uploaded the first episode of this series, so I thought it was high time to make the second one. When it comes to Squirrelstar, there are a lot of things you can say, but for the sake of not making this video too long, as well as making it a discussion and not a biography, I will try to keep to the modern day when talking about her. She's a character who has been in the series for a very long time, 19 years, making her debut in Midnight on May 10th, 2005, before probably most of you were even born. And she has remained a relevant and pretty divisive character till this day. While we can usually categorize characters into boxes of liked and disliked, that's not really the case with Squirrelstar. The community is pretty split up about her, though she got a small boost after the release of Squirrel Fight Soap. The reason for this, in my view at least, is because of her personality. Most characters in the series receive personalities like noble and brave, which are typically seen as positive, or judgmental and mean, which are typically seen as negative, unless you're an edgy 14-year-old trying to be deep. Hey, it's not Arson Scar's fault that he yelled at holy water to the point of tears. It's because of society. Squirrelstar is hot-headed and outspoken, which don't really have a typical opinion among people. It really depends on how you see these traits. Some might think being hot-headed is good. It shows you're all about no nonsense and make your views clear. Meanwhile, some might think being hot-headed is bad because it shows bad temperament and make people intimidated or annoyed by you depending on how scary you look. And while being outspoken is good, after all, you need to stand up for your morals if someone is going against them, some argue that the amount of outspokenness Squirrelstar is doing at times just prevents people from getting stuff done. Regardless of what you think of her, what we can agree on is that her personality is unique. She is unique. We've never gotten another character like her. You can find a lot of Lion Blazes and some Alderhearts, but not a single other Squirrelstar. In my opinion, she brings a sort of energy to the story that is hard to describe. It's just one of the reasons why she's my favorite character. She's in many ways a strong female character done right. She's right in the action, she stands up for her beliefs, and she's a leader. But she's still flawed. She doesn't always make the right judgment, and even though she's strong, we still see her go through pain and grief. She isn't perfect, but she feels like a person, and that is what makes her so great. And now let's talk about her role currently and in the future. Since she's become leader, we've seen her take a harder stance against Tigerstar's control of RiverClan. And we've seen her be more than welcoming to Sunbeam. So far she has been doing good as leader of ThunderClan, though we've only seen her in the position for around 6 chapters, so she hasn't had much room to make mistakes. But there are 2 books left in this arc. I wonder how she'll do with Splashtail's rise to power. Will she support that RiverClan has a leader, or will she show concern over his actions? I wonder what role she'll play in the continuing crisis in RiverClan, because things won't get better with Splashtail in leadership. He's a power grabber that will undoubtedly cause trouble quickly, and I doubt StarClan will give him his 9 lives, since Podlight's vision was 100% made up. My guess is that she'll be uncomfortable but still welcoming to Splashtail. She'll give him a chance, but as his true colors start showing, she'll realize something is fishy, and eventually she'll be let in on the thing about him killing Reed Whisker. If there is a big final battle between all clans, I think it will end up being ThunderClan and ShadowClan versus RiverClan and WindClan. I'm unsure about SkyClan. On one hand, Leafstar usually has common sense and won't like Splashtail, but on the other, she also hated ShadowClan controlling RiverClan, and she may think that Splashtail has a right to be RiverClan's leader, more than Squirrelstar and Tigerstar have a right to take over as soon as he does something they don't like. I think Squirrelstar's deputy choice of Ivypool was good. It's nice to have 2 female characters in leadership roles. The last time in the main series that both leader and deputy were she-cats was with Leopardstar and Mistystar, which ended over a decade ago. Meanwhile, we've had lots of Tom duos like Roastar and Crowfrost, or One-Star and Hairspring, and Hairstar and Crowfeather. Since there's currently a Tom duo by the lake, having a she-cat duo balances things out. If the next arc were to continue in the future, which I hope, I would like for there to be a time skip of around 2 years. For reference, the time skip between Arc 1 and 2 and Arc 4 and 6 was 18 months, so half a year more than that. And I would like for Squirrelstar to be old and frail, and for her to pass away in that arc. Way too many old characters are sticking around, and while I love Squirrelstar, I think only bad things can happen if you drag her out for 3 more arcs. That was all I have to say. Squirrelstar really is a good character, at least in my opinion, and I hope she doesn't get butchered by the story team. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!